Hello, thank you for joining me. I'm Christine, and this is Christine Sews a Lot. If you stay to the end, I'm going to show you a fabric that my boys would never in a million years think that I would purchase, but I really love. I recently did a big fabric haul, and it's big because I already have quite a bit of fabric, but I could not resist the Minerva Craft Club 20% off sale, and I did purchase two fabrics from fabric.com during one of their Flash Friday sales. I want to thank everybody who has recently subscribed and all of you who keep coming back. I really especially appreciate when you talk with me in the comment section below. I love to talk sewing, and I appreciate when you take the time to chat sewing with me. So let's get into what I bought. So I'm going to start off with a piece that is seasonally inappropriate, but very much inspired by Adam from Adam Sews. And that is this super cute, lightweight French terry fabric. I saw on one of Adam's early videos, he had made himself a top out of this fabric, and I messaged him immediately saying, where did you get this fabric? I love it. So when I saw this in Minerva's website and had the opportunity to pick it up 20% off, I picked up 1.7 meters of this. It will most probably become a Jara sweater, since right now that's my favorite sweatshirt pattern. But I was wondering if I might have enough to do the Arlo track jacket. I don't know. It might be a little bit much. And I'm not sure if the camera's picking up the color, but this is a beautiful dark teal color and with all these cute little dog faces. I don't normally go for novelty print, as Christine says, while wearing this very much novelty print. So this is a little unusual for me, but sometimes I just love those fun, quirky prints. What I'm wearing today is a very old make. It is the Green Tea by Green Style Creation, and I sewed it in this cotton jersey cat phone print. And this, I think I've said before in previous videos, this is probably my most complimented garment. And it's probably one of my roughest in that I usually only wear it on days when I've got lots of housework, which I've been doing today. So the next fabric that I want to show you is a Lady McElroy. I've heard it pronounced McElroy. I'm going with McElroy. It is a cotton lawn. And again, it's a little bit quirky. It has these girls or women on it. They're all different poses. We've got a cartwheel, various different poses. I love to sew with cotton lawn, and I got 1.7 meters, I believe. And when I saw this, I thought that it would make a really cute cuff top by the Assembly Line, I believe. And it's just cute. So the next fabric I'm going to show you is an art gallery rayon challis. And this, again, is from Minerva. And I'm going to link below all of the fabrics and the patterns that I talk about so that you can link to them. And again, this just spoke to me. I believe it's called Cerise. And I love the ditzy flowers, and it's quite covered in flowers. And for this, I thought the Tilly and the Buttons Lotta dress would be pretty in this. I think Kath from Made by Kath Craft had a lot in a similar type print, and I really like the look of it. And I think that would be so comfortable for the summer, and I have the pattern. This next blue viscose, and yes, I love navy. I'm not gonna apologize for it. I love navy. And this just shouts summer. I know that the navy's a dark background, but these white daisies to me just scream summer. So I thought this would make a really pretty dress. I'm not set on what pattern I'm going to use. If you have any ideas, I'd love to know what you think I should use for this. But I have 4 meters. This was really well priced. It was, I want to say around 4 or 5 pounds a meter with the discount. And it's a really lovely quality. You can see the drape. And I have folded this, refolded this, and considering how I have manhandled this, it really has not wrinkled too much. So I think it's going to be an easier care. And I think, I don't know, but it looks like it would press really well. We'll see after I wash it and it dries and I give it a little iron how well it presses. So this next fabric, also from Minerva, is one that I bought because I wanted to see what all the hype was about on the AtelierJupe fabrics, to see, is this really everything that I hear, and is it worth the coin, so to speak? And I have to say yes. This is everything I heard it to be. I purchased the palm in the night colorway, which is this dark navy background, and I purchased 3 meters. This, I think I'm gonna hold off until winter before I sew this up, just because of how dark this is. I think it would be more suitable to a winter make. These next 2 fabrics came from fabric.com in one of their Flash Friday sales. This first one is a Riley Blake rayon challis. I have used the Riley Blake rayon challis before and been very, very happy with this. And I love the color. This is, I think it's called Oceanic Blue, and it's this blue with dark, large blue flowers on it. I think this needs to be a dress. It's gorgeous. I think I've not made the Friday Pattern Company slip dress yet, but I think this might want to be a slip dress. So this is Riley Blake. It has gorgeous drape. And I love the pattern and the color. I don't remember what I paid for it, but it was crazy good price. Now my final fabric from fabric.com was so well priced, it would have been rude not to buy it. This was $6.55 a yard, and this is rifle paper, Le Fleur, and I just think it's beautiful. It makes me so happy. And one of the things about the rifle paper fabrics is that most of what I've seen on offer in the last few years has been in colorways that just didn't suit my coloring. More corals and oranges and the mustardy colors. Beautiful, gorgeous fabric, but not something that would go well with my complexion. And I'm hoping that this blue will work for me. It does have some navy in it and pink. There's a little bit of orange, but I'm hoping this will work for me. It is only 44 inches wide, and since it was $6.55 a yard, I bought 6 yards of this. I thought when I was ordering it, I would be so happy to have a top and a dress out of it. Yesterday, when I was flipping through my fabric, I thought this would make a great dressing gown. And my husband thought, when I said, oh, I think I'd love a robe out of this, he said, I think that would make a beautiful dress. So I don't know if I'll do the dressing gown or a dress, but it's so pretty. If I made a robe out of it, it would get a lot of wear. I do not have a lightweight robe, and I am missing a short robe. My previous one got so tatty that I made myself throw it away so I would stop wearing it, because I knew I had the Delphine robe pattern from Violet Field Threads and I could easily make myself one. I made one for my mother and I'll insert a photo a couple years ago for her birthday. So I think I might make a very luxurious robe for myself. And I know that I would still have some fabric left over, maybe a dress or maybe a top, but let me know, what do you think? Should I splurge and make myself a luxurious robe out of this fabric? So that's my rifle paper find. Megan from Megan G Makes had a recent video where she made this gorgeous top out of rifle paper, and I thought when I saw it, I might just copy Megan. It was beautiful and she looked stunning in it. I'm gonna link her video below if you want to take a look at it. So now for the fabric that I think would stun my boys. They would totally not expect me to buy it. I purchased the Cobra Corsage. It's a Lady McElroy fabric from Minerva, and I have had my eye on this fabric for at least a year. I've gone on and tried to buy it at different times and it's been sold out, and I kept coming back to really wanting this fabric. Now, why my boys would think I would never purchase this is because of the snakes and the beetles. Not a big fan of bugs and snakes. I would say I have a healthy fear of snakes, and the rest of my family would say it's unhealthy. I think it's from growing up in South Carolina where there's so many poisonous snakes, and as a child constantly being warned to be on the lookout for snakes, be careful of snakes, to where I'm pretty afraid of snakes. So this would be a bit of a surprise for my family, but I kept coming back to it. I think it's very sophisticated. I think the color scheme is sophisticated. I love these almost jewel tones of the beetles and the snakes with the botanical and the butterflies. I love this. I bought 3 meters of this, and when I serged the ends in preparation of pre-washing this, it was very frayed where it had cut, so I believe it's going to fray easily, and I am going to need to really work with this with care. And depending on what I make, I may need to serge my pieces before I assemble them. It's a very lightweight viscose challis, and I'm not sure what I'm going to make with it, but I want to not let that unsureness keep me from sewing up this gorgeous fabric. I don't know about you. Let me know if you're this way, but sometimes I will either have no idea because the fabric is so precious, or I will have so many ideas. I'll think I can make this, I can make that, I can make this. And then I wind up not making anything because I have so many ideas and plans for the fabric or for a particular pattern. And I need to break that cycle because I've got a lot of fabric that needs sewing up, and I have several pieces that I really, really love. I need to wear them and not just keep them in my stash. So this is the Lady McElroy Cobra Corsage. You've probably seen it all over the place. It is not a new release fabric, but it's one I've wanted a long time, and I was able to get it. I snapped it up, and I made sure I got enough that I could make either a dress or a blouse or 2 blouses. I have options. So what do you think I should make with this? Let me know in the comments below. I want to make something that is as sophisticated as the fabric. And I'm talking about sophisticated clothes while I'm wearing my cat telephone t-shirt, but I do like beautiful things. During Minerva's sale, I used that as an opportunity to purchase some paper patterns. Most of my patterns are PDF, but occasionally I do like to get a paper pattern. So while they were 20% off, I picked up 3. The first 2 patterns, Rachel from Stitched Up is totally responsible for my buying these patterns. The first one is the Frido blouse by AtelierJupe. Rachel did a sew-along for this pattern a couple months back, I think, and we were in between houses, and so I was not able to sew along with her live sew-along, but I knew after seeing all the beautiful makes that I wanted to make this blouse. I think it's a very classic blouse and one that I would get a lot of wear out of. So this is the AtelierJupe. It does not have the biggest size range. It goes from a European size 34 up to 52, but it is gorgeous. So Rachel, you're responsible for this purchase also. This is the Wardrobe by Me Summer Pants and Shorts. This is a men's pattern. Rachel made up a pair of this for her husband Martin and a linen, and I looked at them. I thought, wow, I really like that. I hadn't seen the pattern before or hadn't noticed it before, and I thought I would really like to make this for Charlie. I think they would look really nice on him. So I'm going to start with the shorts version just to get the fitting right. And I'm going to deconstruct my Sophia dungarees that I haven't been wearing because I didn't really like how they fit. I love the linen, so I'm going to deconstruct those dungarees, and I think I'll have plenty of linen for making up a pair of shorts so I can test out the pattern. And the final pattern I picked up in the sale is the Helllo wrap dress by Named Clothing. This is a pattern that has been super popular for several years, and it seems to look good on everybody, no matter what their size, age, height, and I want to give this a go. So I think for my first version, I'm going to make the dress and make it sleeveless. I've been able to do very little sewing since we moved into the new house, and my patience is wearing very thin. There's been so much work to do, and I've been adulting. I have been doing my part in unpacking, sorting through things. We've had a lot of maintenance type issues to deal with the new house, and now I'm ready to indulge myself in some sewing, especially now that I have all these beautiful new fabrics that I want to sew. I could use a little inspiration. Hit me up with some ideas of what I can make with all this beautiful fabric that I purchased. Until next time, I hope you have a joyful week and that you find the good in all things, especially sewing.